Right, Team Cura, welcome back to Stranded Alien Dawn on PS5. It is year 14. It is day 12. We've just had a bit of a mass attack. It's these things. These things are so much trouble, these Shrieker Brood Mothers. They really do. They gave Krista and Xander a bit of a going. We probably need really sniper rifles, but we haven't got any. I mean, we've scavenged and we've done and this and that and everything else. We haven't got any. But where are we? Well, we've got 304,000 galactic coins. So we broke the 300,000 barrier, which is fine. We've had Emmeline working as hard as you would think that she's been working to try and get stuff together. This guy spends a lot of time outside. We'll give him a respirator mask. So we've made a couple of respirator masks. Possibly working on a third at some point, but Emmeline's going hard out on trade goods, so that, like I said, we want to try and get 500 a time, and we're currently at 220, and she's going flat tack. So there you go. Krista's out doing a bit of repairs and things that need to be done. I could do with getting you out there to handle traps. Could you go out and handle traps? And if Krista's going this way, could you handle that? Motion center, please. So I did say I wanted to check this out. So this is control circuit 5. That is now this is now active circuit number 5. So we're hoping that this provides a little bit of extra coverage for things like that. We would have picked up a couple of these, and this would have picked up the rest, but it was just kind of overwhelmed. Honestly, I mean, we did a good job. Nothing got completely destroyed, but it's hard yakka. It really is. And then we have this, which is going to be possibly next on the books, but we have no alloys, so I'm not worried about that. But we will need more power. We're okay at the minute, but we're on the drain, so we're starting to get to the cusp of where we are. So if we want to get more batteries and we want to get more things like freezers and stuff going, we've got both of these switched on now, remember, albeit we seem to be out of everything, so I should probably turn that one off and save ourselves a bit of power, and we'll keep the other one on, which means I will need to change to scrap on that one as well. Yeah, so that's where we are. I mean, we've got a bunch of resources and things. We're working on stuff. We're not desperately far behind. We're staying ahead of maintenance as much as we can. We've had a few attacks in the first half of the year, and they're fairly intense. But we've weathered them pretty well. We just need to be mindful that we need to keep an eye on things is all. She's got a swarm fever now. And we've been out to have a look at some things. So what we had an expedition come up. A shooting star. Let's send old Xander Meander out and see what happens. And we've made sure we've planted some things during the wet season. We already have quite a lot of food. So if I get a spell, I'll get Xander out to do a little bit more planting. I don't think we need things like... Do we need buzz shrooms? We don't have anything there, but it's not a... It's one of these, isn't it? No? What's buzz shrooms? It's a resource here. 41 buzz shrooms. We probably need a bit more. We don't need any more energy crystals. I mean, realistically, we need some dandelion trees. They're just such a pain, because then we get the blight and you have to cut them all down. It takes ages to grow. I know. Complain, right? So, anyway, there you go. We're staying ahead. So we've got an abundance of things. We're trying to get to 500 trade goods for the next trade ship. The last one we sold, can't remember, 300 and something, and got 20k. So, and it depends. You don't get the same price for every ship. for reshipment. So, you know, and it's RNG what you get, whether it's battleship or colony ship or trade ship or smuggler. I don't think there's any particular order. Oh, what have we got? Scrap metals. Sure, why not? We had a distress signal, already dead, so we didn't have any more people. Yeah, so there you go. So we're marching on, we're marching on, we're marching on. Nothing strange, startling, or exciting. We're just trying to stay ahead of things. We've had a few less breakdowns so far, touch wood. I haven't had to micromanage people quite so much. I seem to have hit on, now where we are, the right balance of activities for people. Christy's at harvesting. Goodness gracious, why are you at harvesting? Oh, she's already built that. Oh, sound went a bit squirrely. Yeah, okay, fine. So no drama llama. They still haven't got married. I don't know when this happens. Maybe there's a set thing. What did he get? Just a bunch of scrap. So there you go. That's that. I'll decide on what I want to do with that, because at the minute we're still not. Yeah, I don't know if we need it. I really don't know if we need it. What we probably need is another battery, to be honest, because we're maxed out already. And I don't think there's anything else I want. Making not a great need. We've got a massive amount of space in here. The only thing I thought about, and I haven't done it before, but I haven't had the necessary people, is I've only ever made one of these desks. But in theory, I could put a second craft desk, and I could have Xander crafting one thing and Emmeline crafting another, which would be great. But Xander's always too busy, so I don't think that's going to happen. Anyway, year 14, day 14. The plan is to see if we... Oh, this is sometimes good. Let's get Xander Meander out on that. Self-destruct alert. We'll probably run out of fuel at some point. The plan is to see at the end of year 14, the beginning of year 15, how much galactic coin we got. Because if we're going hard out this year to make galactic coin, and that gives us an indication of how far we get. Say we make 100,000 this year, we know that we need 5 more years, so it would just take us to year 20, and we're predicting that at year 20 we're going to have some dreadful mass attacks that maybe end up killing us. So that's kind of we've got to get the heck out of here by year 20 if we possibly can. You know, and if we get close to the mark, we may have to, like, do as I say, set up a second bench and just get Xander crafting like crazy and just let things start to deteriorate maybe somewhere. I don't know. Anyway, see you soon. Right, Cura team, we've just had another mass attack, and that's the last of them. What else is new? A bit of damage. I mean, there's quite a few of them. And we hadn't even, the stuff from the previous attack, which were all flying creatures, hadn't even decayed yet either. So there's a bit of an intensity going on. But the flying creatures were fine. We stayed indoors, and these things mostly handled it. I want to build another one over here, and I need a sensor for it. And if I had enough room, I would build one here, but I just don't. So I might build 2 here. And I can put them on different circuits, I think. I don't know. We'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. However, we have 342 coin, and it dawned on me, and I hope a trade ship comes along so I can show you. This is obviously the grass, and we've been making trade goods, and we still are, and we still have. We have like 460 trade goods. What's she making at the minute? I think we must be out of hay. Oh, hey now. Wait a minute. Don't do that. What's this? Right. Okay. We need to get out here. We need to cut these down before this spreads. So the only way I found to do this is cut all, and I found it actually works better from the top than the bottom. So if you kind of do it from there. We do that, and the only person I trust who is even remotely fast enough to do this is Emmeline, and we'll see how she goes at cutting all this down. Because it dawned on me that, of course, here I am making trade goods out of hay, and these are ready to harvest, and that's all well and good and fabulous. And see, I don't understand this. I want you to cut everything. So it all seems to be there. So can you cut that? I really want the Xenoblade stuff gone, burgers. Yeah, because it dawned on me, here I am making all this stuff with hay for trade goods. And you sell trade goods for, I don't know, anywhere between, say... No, we're still not finished, love. I need all of this down. You sell trade goods for anywhere between, say, 30... And I think 70 is probably the best I've ever got in terms of price. So you might be able to get, say, 70 for trade goods. That's it. We don't want any of that nasty stuff. Which, you know, is tickety-boo. I definitely want you to do that. And I definitely want you to do that. We'll wait till these harvest a bit more. But the answer... No, thank you. The answer, obviously, like all of these things, is that the answer isn't drugs. So I was like, why am I even bothering? I mean, I might even convert this over to buzzshrooms as well, because a buzzshroom tea, which you make here really quickly, and I've got 25 in stock because they keep drinking it themselves, but a buzzshroom tea sells for about 200 a piece. So why am I even making hay goods? And how stupid am I that I never noticed this before? I thought about this with antibiotics before, because I thought, well, hang on a minute. Antibiotics seem to go for a pretty good price, but they take a little bit of a time to make, because they need to grow them, harvest them, then they need to ferment, and all the rest of it. And I kind of thought, well, that seems like a bit of a long chain to get to. When actual fact, buzzshrooms, you grow them, they take about 10 days. And oh, look at the amount of things that are breaking, and then you cook them on the stove pretty quickly. You boil them, actually. You boil tea, and then you can sell them. So I've decided we're going to drugs. So we're going to go into drugs, and we're going to go in antibiotics as a support, buzzshroom as our main moneymaker, and we'll keep growing hay, just as kind of something to do in the interim if we need it, because it's fairly resilient stuff and you know, easy to have. But one of the things I need to absolutely get sorted is I need to get these batteries fixed. How the heck did 3 batteries end up going down all at the same time? Oh no, that one's been repaired. So we just need alloys, and not even a lot of alloys, and we do have scrap, so that's fine. Let's get Xander out of bed, and he can start doing that. And when Emmeline's ready, we'll get her. What is she making at the minute? She's making more trade goods. Yeah, you can forget it with the trade goods. I don't need you to make any more trade goods, and I don't need you to make any more of that. I want you to get onto that, which should be what she's. Oh, control circuit is deactivated. I just need to get this off this control circuit. So you can handle that, and then you can actually go and have something to eat, but then get started on the stuff you need to get started on. And I need to get Xander Meander, after he's done eating, to get out and start planting more bushrooms. Because of course the answer is bushrooms. I mean, I can't... Why are you over there, love? What have we got over there? I think we're on summer shoes. I'll let you make one more, or I think it's this one. We don't need any more stuff, so I don't want any of that. I want you into this, Emmeline. So she should go and do this automatically, because it's a cooking task. Can you go and do that automatically? You just have a little walk to yourself, a little think to yourself. She's gonna do something. She's gonna make some CPU cores, which actually is fine. I do need some CPU cores, which is yeah okay. That's fair. But I'd also like to get her to do more of these. How critical are the CPU cores? I don't think the CPU cores are critical at this stage. She's gone to bed. Honestly. Xander, have you gone to bed too? You're normally not a bedtime person until much later. Right, anyway. The point is, I was hanging on and hoping that a trade ship would come along. It hasn't come along. I tell you what though, the next trade ship that does come along, I'll give you an indication of what prices look like. Alright? So, I'll see you sooner, maybe, than day 36. That's all for now. Right, I said I would bring you in to have a look at this. So this is the colony ship. So here we are with the colony ship, and if we zippily do that right on down to the bottom. Trade goods, 29. Stimulating tea, 308. So let's load up with this stuff. 500 trade goods, 14.5k. Sell all this. Just 25 of those is 7.7k. So it's almost half, right? So we're just wrapping up, harvesting up some of these things, and then so we're gonna forget trade goods for the time being, and we're gonna focus an awful lot on mushroom tea, because it just makes so much more sense in terms of money if I can sell, what is that, 25, 1/20th for 50%. So if I can get a couple of hundred, say I got 250, that would be 77k at a time. Whoosh. That would be considerably more like it, right? So that's where we're going. I'll see you later. Right, Cura team, it's day 35, so I'm bringing you in ahead of time. Xander and Krista have finally decided that maybe they ought to get married. So apparently they both have to get there. Oh, look at Krista go. Come on, love. You're supposed to get there on time. Oh! It was postponed because Krista was too darn slow. Right. I definitely want to go to the cargo pod this time. Have we got enough juice? Nah! Sorry. That'll break my microphone. I can't believe it! The cargo pod. And we don't have enough juice. When's this thing? This thing is supposed to be making juice. No, it's not. This thing is supposed to be making juice. We need 20. Look, can you do that for heaven's sakes? Oh, man. We got pounded. Look at these. They wrecked. Insects. Again. I think the problem was Krista was mending one when they attacked, and they came from down here, and they somehow recognized these as a threat. So then they attacked these, and it was... Emmeline, I needed you! I needed you to be doing this right now! I need him to do it. I need someone to craft some fuel so we can get to this cargo pod. Yeah, so they attack these, which obviously means that's critical, because if we lose that... And I did say about bringing them indoors, and honestly, after this is done, I need to move them indoors. I can't leave them out there. It's a silly thing to do. I thought if you put them outside, they wouldn't be attacked, but they obviously are. So they can be in here somewhere out of the way, and save me a time. Are we still short? Where did the fuel go? Did you use it to fuel things? We only need 10. We only need one more. Can you please do it? Can we please get it done so that I can go and get the cargo pod dealt with? Thank you. We're short 10. That's all we need. We have this fueled, so we can buy fuel hopefully from the next passing ship. Yeah, anyway, it's been a bit frenetic because we've obviously these got smacked around, and we haven't had any other resources or any other ability to get resources to do anything with. So it's all been a bit crazy. Surely that's right. Thank you. Expedition. Cargo pod. Right. I think we'll get there and it'll be like, oh, it's on fire and we need to put it out. But the cargo pod is a good one to get. That and the military one. Would like the military one, if possible. Sorry, the wedding got postponed. I mean, Krista just needs to walk faster. I mean, honestly, she's just hobbling along. Look at the state of her. Is this because I put this out here? Because I thought it would be nice? Honestly, you can't do anything. I tell you what, we'll move it. I will move it. Where will I move it to? I'm going to move it to here. Because that's a real pretty place to move it. I got a power. That's fine. I need other stuff, Xander Meander. Oh, meteor rain. That's good, because... it sounded miles away. That'll drop us some ores. If it drops anywhere near us. Miles away. We just need to get on with salvaging various bits and pieces, and our mushrooms are nearly there again. We've been going like crazy. That sounded close. I didn't see it, and I can't see it in the dark. Oh, there's something here. That's some ores. Right. Oh, could we get some better light? I didn't. It's not that one, was it? I didn't. I still can't see. This light is dreadful. They're just rocks. Well, no. Well, I didn't. Right. There are all sorts of crates. Medicines, food, clothes. Put out the fires, because then we go back later. It hangs around for a bit. Makes it a little bit more usable. Then Xander is passing out. I have had to push them very, 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 very hard to try and get up to speed, and we're still losing things because we're losing these harvests because they. Is it that one or this one? I think it must be this one. No, is it this one? No, not that. No, it's completely gone now, whatever it was anyway. So yeah, I've had to push them fairly relentlessly because then we got a battery down as well. So we've had some challenges in terms of what this did and the amount of nuisance that it caused. So I need to move those things out of the way, and we need to move forward. Anyway, real shame. I thought they were going to get married. Real shame. Real shame. I wonder if I can get... Can you just move that now? Can you move that for me? Right. Well, I guess, unless the wedding goes ahead again, this is us out of fuel. We'll have to do some more fuel manufacture, and I'll see you all again. Yep, thank you. I wanted that at the end of the year. See you soon. Team, welcome back. It is day 48. It is New Year's Eve, and it is the end of year 14, which has been frantic the last half of the year. I have moved all of these inside, and I have built more. And I am still building more because suddenly we are using a lot of juice, and I haven't even done an attack going, and we haven't had a thunderstorm in ages, which would recharge our batteries beautifully if it had happened, but it simply hasn't happened. So there you go. So we're trying to make more insect fuel to fuel that thing. This thing's fueled and ready to go should the trader come past. We want that one refueled because we're going to have to go to the fuel depot, and or the oil tanker debris as it's more accurately called, and pick up some fuel. And hey, look, we got a whole bunch of things coming through here, which should be fun, no doubt. For the flying insect ones, I tend to keep them inside and out of the way if I can, So I'm just going to keep an eye on them. It looks like Chris is going inside. Looks like Emmeline's heading. I had to start using this thing again because we did have a lot of sticks, and we were running out of juice. So I think these are both currently switched off. The problem being, this really has not a lot of juice in it. So if we're not careful, this could be the end of us, because yeah, we don't have a lot of juice. So it'll be interesting to see how this works out. I'd really rather Emmeline was not out there, probably, but I don't really have much choice. I'm not sure how this one's going to go. This one could go a bit sticky. Could go a bit sticky indeed, because we could end up with if they can take out at least the flying ones, I think I'll be happy, because I think the traps will mainly handle these, the bigger ones. We really need to take out the flying ones, because the flying ones are the ones that cause all the damage and the ones that cause all the trouble. And we currently don't have nearly enough juice in our batteries. We're up to 357, and each one of these uses 30. Yoink. I'm not liking our odds, to be honest. I'm not liking our odds at all. I think this is going to be a lot of damage. We're going to have to get people outside, and it's dangerous. Let's see what happens. Woof! Well, we survived that one, so that's good. Slow things down a bit. Let's get our people up where they're going to be doing some help. There we go, we're now out of power. Oh, and it's back on again. Woo, there you go. So that was, everybody got injured. We took a bit of damage, but we survived. So we just need to get these batteries recharged. We've got some stuff going. We have some alloys in the making and various other bits and pieces that we did. So we just need to carry on with those things. Like I said, it's been a heck of an end to the year, which has been particularly annoying. I only want to mark these big suckers for butchery, because we'll use those for more fuel if we can. Right, so there you go. Oh, and I don't need to worry about Toxic Ash, because I gave them all respirators. She's going to need a hat at some point. Right, now then, you are the healing person, so presumably you're going to go and do some healing, is that right? Heal yourself and then heal everybody else. That's fine, whatever. Yeah, so there you go. It's been an absolute heck of a frantic last half of the year trying to stay ahead, sort out the damage to the power, and suddenly we're just like so far behind on power. Maybe it was sneaking up on me and I wasn't paying attention, or as much attention as I possibly should have been paying. But yeah, so we added another stove because I want to make this tea, as much of this tea as much as possible. We've currently got 142 and I'd like it to be a lot more, and we got our fuel, so hopefully, yeah, hopefully that's fueled up and we're ready to go. So after New Year's Eve celebrations, if they have New Year's Eve celebrations, we'll be able to send that out and we'll be able to go get some more fuel. So yeah, so I mean we've progressed steadily on. We did make 100,000 this year, but to be honest, we made the vast amount of that in 2 shipments towards the end of the year. So now that we know that we're in the market for drugs, we're going to be making drugs, and we're going to be selling drugs, and we're going to be making way more money, I hope, and we just need to organize our power network a little bit better. It seems like they've given up on New Year's because everybody was sick, which I get. So we're moving on into year 15, so that's fine. So yeah, it's been a challenging year. We've progressed. Our defenses are strong and getting stronger. Um, we can carry on doing what we've been doing, I think. We can consolidate a better power supply, mainly relying on wind, I think. Um, I'm not too bothered about these things. They're such a nuisance. And I think these are good. And I think we need another one of these, and maybe another laser. Um, but otherwise, I'm happy that our defenses seem to be going quite well, and we're going quite well, and we've still got an abundance of food, albeit it's all pickled veggies. We've picked up a load of electronics, CPU cores. I want to try and get into making railgun snipers because we've picked up carbon nanotubes, and we've got power cells, or we did have. You've got 4, so we just need to get CPU cores, and that's just alloys. We've got silicon. We're farming silicon. So we've got 125 silicon. So that's not a problem. So I want to get some railgun snipers on the go. It looks like her laser pistol has packed it, but we do have a spare in storage. So yeah, I want to try and see if I can get into railgun snipers a little bit, because they're a little bit more effective, I think, for what we want. And that's it. We move forward, we progress, we keep scaling a cliff. I think we've progressed quite well this year. 100,000 coin, we're nearly at 500,000. It is year 15, we are not out of here at year 15, but I think if we push it, we can be out before year 20. That's still my goal. Get the funk out of here before year 20. Right? We could have a lot of mass attacks in the beginning of the year, but I think we're still doing well. So stick with it. We're persevering. We're playing the cards that we have. We're progressing and learning. I foolishly thought trade goods was going to be the way to go, and maybe you make more money with different kinds of trade goods, but it's absolutely not. The greatest amount of money you make is medicines and drugs. So you've got the stimulating tea and antibiotics. Just make those. Oh, and the other one if you can get it from dandelion spores, but it's a bit of a pain to grow. Mushrooms seem to be easier, so I think the best commodity you want to sell is this stuff. If we've started with this stuff very early on, we'd probably be nearly done by now, if not done by now. But I didn't know that. I kept persevering with trade goods, and we were making and flogging like 500 at a time, but just absolutely not what we needed to do. Anyway, live and learn, right? So there you go. I make the mistakes, so you don't feel the need to. I do hope you like. Please like. Please subscribe. Please feel free to pass any comment you like, even if you still think that I'm doing a dreadful job. And I will see you all again real soon. Ta-ta for now.